No one's gonna believe this, but I swear it's the truth. I can talk to the dead. Well, more accurately, they can talk to me. They never respond to any of my questions. They just tell me how they die and then go silent. The first time it happened was around a year ago. It was quite the scare, as you can imagine. I was alone with the corpse of an old woman in the funeral home I work at. We're the only funeral home in the area, so we're always busy. I was preparing the body for burial and had my back turned to the corpse, looking for something. Suddenly, from behind me, I hear a whisper. I thought I had more time. I turned around in a flash. The old woman's corpse lay where I had left it. Eyes shut, silence hung in the air for a moment. Then its mouth began to move. It was lung cancer. I died in a hospital surrounded by my family. It was nice. After it spoke, it went back to being a quiet corpse for good. What followed was a long period of doubting my own sanity. Every corpse that entered my funeral home from that day onwards would speak to me in hushed whispers about how they died. When I found myself alone with them, as sanity distorting as it was, I couldn't do much about it. I'm good at my job. There's nowhere else I want to work, and I can't just go around telling everybody the dead speak to me without getting locked up somewhere. So, I just got used to it. Or as used to it as you can get anyways. As terrifying and chilling as it was when it happened for the first time, by the 14th time it just became an uneasy routine. As part of the job as anything else. However, there have been some recent corpses that are just off. The first time I encountered one was 2 months ago. I was going through my usual burial preparation for an old man when his corpse began to whisper to me. I lived alone in an old family house. My children have moved out decades ago, and my wife passed away last year. I always make sure to listen to them as I work, as an act of respect. It threw me down the stairs. It said I was going to be a present. I froze. This old man's body was found at the bottom of his staircase by his visiting daughter. Now my full attention was on the corpse. I waited for some elaboration on what it just said, but there was nothing else but silence. I felt a chill run up my spine as I questioned if I had heard the words right. I'm ashamed to admit, but curiosity got the better of me, and I asked the daughter of the old man if she had noticed anything strange when she found him. She gave me a weird look and said there was nothing strange about him, besides the terrified expression that was frozen on his face. Eventually, my unease subsided, and the next corpse didn't say anything out of the ordinary, which gave me the morbid sense of relief. 2 weeks later, I'm preparing the corpse of a young woman for burial. The corpse spoke as I was weighting down my measurements for the coffin. My family has a long history of heart problems. I was 32. The heart attack was so sudden. Again, I make sure to listen intently as I work. This one struck a chord with me. It's uncommon to have such a young corpse enter a funeral home. I remember feeling unquietly sad for this one. Its face scared me to death. Now I'm a present. You're present. I felt my blood freeze. The silence in the air suffocated me. An impending sense of doom shot through me as I scanned the dark corners of the room. Nothing. I took the rest of the day off. I felt sick. When I got home to my apartment, I locked the door, drew the curtains, and poured myself a drink to ease my nerves. The same words kept running in my mind over and over again. You're present. A couple of weeks pass and things go back to normal again. Until last week. I was about to put the corpse of a middle-aged man in storage until the day of his cremation when the whisper started.
It wants to know why you don't open your presents.
I put it in storage before I said anything else. I took the rest of the day off. I felt sick again. I really don't know what to do. I've had to take an extended sick leave. My anxiety is through the roof. I can't talk to anyone about this without them thinking I'm crazy, so I just have to get this all out anonymously online. I don't know who or what the hell is behind this, but I have a sick feeling this won't be the last present I'll receive.